Hi, it's Sora Ika here, and I'm coming today with my top five nostalgic games. These games are something that make me think of my past and just my childhood to my early teenage years and whatnot, and games that I can actually pick up and play again, no matter how corny or lame it may seem to other people. So I hope you guys enjoy my top five. Uh, all right, let's get started. Okay, number five is South Park for Nintendo 64. This game was the first game that was bought specifically for me. It was a gift from my dad, and my we had a choice of what we wanted. My sister got a gerbil, my brother got a not mistaken, a race car kind of thing, and I got South Park for Nintendo 64. Um, this is during the time period South Park was really big back, was just came out and was like something new and fresh. And that was so much fun playing it, because usually during that time period, most of the time we was playing GoldenEye, GoldenEye 007, or we was playing Duke Nukem, or I was watching my brother play Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. But South Park for the Nintendo 64 was my game. It was my first game that was gotten for me. Did I beat it? No. I always fooled around and messed around and whatnot. I got close to beating it though, and I think that was pretty good for an 8 or 9 year old. So that kind of tells you my age. If that I got it that game when it first came out, and I was 8 or 9. But I I wish I could get that game again and get another Nintendo 64 just to play it, just for kicks and giggles. You know, the game is basically it's a first person. I won't say shooter, but it's a first person game where basically South Park is being taken over, not mistaken, by aliens. So it's like one level you're fighting turkeys, the other level you're fighting toys, you know. And I thought it was so cool that these kids that were my age were cursing. I thought that was like the most awesome thing ever and whatnot. So basically, because of that game, I became a huge South Park fan. So like now, I have seen every single episode of South Park. I've seen the movie. I've seen Teen America. I've seen Cannibal the musical. I've seen. The only one I haven't seen is the Book of Mormon. Oh, and I've seen Basketball, and I've seen Orgasmo. So it really got me on the Trey Parker and Matt Stone after playing South Park the game. So I have to thank that game for introducing me to the series. Really, they put me into the series very deep off. So I have a lot of respect for the game because of what it meant for me, and screw all that. It was freaking fun. I don't care what no one says. It got bad reviews if I remember correctly, but that game was fun. I had hella fun playing that game. Especially fun when you could play with 2 or 3 or 4 people and you have to split screen, and it's just pure madness. So that's I highly recommend it, but some people might not like it, but I like it. So that's just how I feel. Number four. Number four is Brave Fencer Musashi. This game came out on PlayStation 1. It's basically an action RPG. It's basically about a boy who, with superhuman strength, he is summoned by this crystal to save this empire with his swords, Fusion and Lumina, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Basically, as far as his exploits and to free the people of the village or whatnot. Now, what got my attention about this game, because I was younger, was the fact that almost a lot of characters in the game was named after food. One of the bosses' name was Capricola. The girl who summoned him her name is Follette. And I found out that some of the character names for the bosses were changed due to the fact that their names were alcohol, like brandy and liquor and stuff like that. And I think that was pretty funny. So it caught my attention. Um, I thought it was a fun game and it was interesting and whatnot. And even though it was kind of, to me, it was kind of difficult, I guess, because I was younger. I haven't played it since God knows when. It's been, let's see, about 12, 13 years since I played that game. So if it's, I wish I could play it now, and I've been on a hunt for it, but apparently no one has it in stock anymore, which is kind of upsetting, to be honest. But it's an RPG. It's kind of like, if I could compare the gameplay to anything, I'm gonna compare it to Kingdom Hearts, because the you know how like on Final Fantasy it's got action slots, I think it was called, where a time battle, basically you have to take turns. Brave Fits Musashi is like you just go and attack. So it was very easy game to pick up on. It had a lot of mini games. Like one of the boss battles is like a Dance Dance Revolution battle. You know, it, it's something that I think that if you're an RPG fan, you'll like it a lot. It's very, if someone that plays Call of Duty and whatnot, they all, like I like to call them, graphic whores. If they're a graphic whore, they're not going to like Breakfast and Musashi because it's not graphically appealing to some people. But if you grew up in the 90s and the early 2000s, if you saw that game for PS1 and you had a PS1, you think those graphics were amazing. The voice acting was amazing for a PS1 game, But to me, it can still hold up to the games we have these days, especially with the crap ton that's kind of farted out every month that isn't about nothing. Let me not get into a rant about some of the games that come out that seem like they're just trying to get it out to get money. But that's neither here nor there. It's very nostalgic for me because it was a game that I honestly had fun playing, and I giggled through half of it. And and I like the fact that it was like Legend of Zelda with humor. I hope that makes sense. It's hard to explain Brave Fence and Musashi. I highly recommend the game, but you gotta like RPGs. If you don't like RPGs and kind of like running and doing errands for everybody, you're not gonna like it because there's a lot of errand running in it. So that's my number 4. Number 3. Number 3 for me is Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X is one of the first games I completed by myself, with one hint from my brother. I remember being frustrated and pissed off at certain bosses because I couldn't kill them. I didn't know what to do. The game had, it was very beautiful. It was an interesting plot. I don't know. It was a nice love story as well. I'm a chick, so of course I like love stories. Now, that doesn't mean it wasn't without flaws, though. Doesn't mean it was perfect. There were some characters or some scenes I didn't like. For example, even though I loved the game, I did not like the male lead, Titus. I did not like him that much. He was a whiner. It was always about him, to me, it felt like he just wanted all the attention on him. And I kind of wanted to smack him and say, it's not all about you, man. There's bigger sugar honey iced tea going on. I'm trying not to curse. But there's bigger crap going on than his little problems, And the ending, I kind of felt like it was futile due to the fact that, spoiler, he was dead already, So, I enjoyed the bosses. I enjoyed the banter between characters and whatnot. And my favorite character in the game, which it sounds weird, is the guy who drives the shoe puff. He like rides this shoe puff, all the boards. I thought that was freaking hilarious for some reason. I thought I used to get on the shoe puff just to hear him say that. But other than that, out of the core group that you use in battles, I'd say my favorite character was Waka. I really did like Waka. After Waka was Kamari, and right after that it would be Yuna. So I really did enjoy it. Even though some of the boss fights was a fluke. Like the one boss battle I need to help on was when you're underwater and the damn dragon that took forever to kill when you're on the airship. I guess he's revived and he's underwater and you have to run through the gates and attack him behind the gate. I did not know all you had to do was throw a damn phoenix down at him and he's dead. So that was not. They was dirty for that. That was a low blow. But it was a very good game to me. I had fun. I plan on getting the HD remake. I really am planning on getting the HD remake when it comes out. But which brings the question: how do I feel about Final Fantasy X-2? Final Fantasy X-2 is like your porn collection. You don't want nobody to know that you watch it or like it. But when they do catch you, you have to make excuses on why you like it. Yeah, Final Fantasy X-2 is like my porn. Yep. So I'm not even going to do it, trying to explain myself about that one. I'm going to let it go and move on forward. So that's my number 3. Number 2. Number 2 would be Time Crisis 2. The reason why is that was the first shooting game I played. And it's also one of the funnest games I ever played. I can play that crap for hours. Basically, it's an arcade shooter game. It's fun if you have the light gun. You gotta have the light gun for PS1 to do it. So, I mean, there's not much to say about it. It's freaking fun. That's all you need to know. Especially, which doesn't sound good, but I used to use the Game Shark and use the cheats and whatnot. So it's a very fun game. You have to play it at least once. If you've never played Time Crisis before, you've probably seen it in the arcade. It's definitely arcades. The newer ones are, but to be honest, I prefer the Time Crisis 2 over the new ones. Don't know why. Maybe I'm just being a stickler or whatever, and I'm just being being an ass and not accepting the new one. But I still prefer the old one. It came out on PS1, and we had the light gun to go with it. Now, there was a close second for number 2. I will say that. The close second for number 2 was Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry was just freaking awesome. I'm not gonna go into depth with it, but the reason why it did not make number 2 is, as much as I enjoyed the game, it's not nostalgia for me. It's not nostalgia. Now, if I did my top 5 most awesome games of all time, most definitely it'll be on the list. But it's not my top 5 nostalgia. So that's why I didn't make the list. So, sorry, Devil May Cry. Number 1. Number 1 is Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is my most nostalgic game of all time. It is also my favorite game of all time. I know it's pretty cliche, but oh well. It's the first game that I saved money up for and all the other stuff and waited. And it's the first game I pre-ordered. It's the first game I saved money for. It's the first game that I went on a gaming binge for. Meaning I literally went in my room and disappeared for about 13 hours and did not reappear until the next day. So, I mean, the game means a lot to me. I mean, there's not one character I disliked in Kingdom Hearts. Let me think about that for a second. Yeah, I liked all the characters, even the villains. I even enjoyed the villains. So I don't know what else to say about it. Most people have played Kingdom Hearts, and it's a very, very popular game. I'm still waiting on Kingdom Hearts 3, but I don't know when that's coming out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a next gen console game, but it is what it is. I would get another console for Kingdom Hearts. But if you don't know what it's about a boy named Zora, and basically he is the chosen Keyblade wielder to unlock hearts and the hearts of worlds. You know what? That sounds crazy. Saying that out loud. And he's followed with Donald and Goofy, and the worlds are Disney themed and Final Fantasy themed. The way I'm describing it does not sound good, but description does not give it no justice. It's an awesome game. It's fun. Replay value. It's pretty good. The replay value is pretty high if you're into just getting 100% completion. Also, that's the only game I strived for 100% completion. Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2 is the only games I went for 100% completion, and I succeeded in doing so. Even the ultimate weapons and all this other stuff. So, yeah, I was a little goal whore in Kingdom Hearts. But it's fun. The mini games are fun, especially the Winnie the Pooh storybook stories. And for Kingdom Hearts 2, it was the Atlantica singing song thing. And also the skateboard thing and the light cycle board for the Tron area. It was really fun. I really enjoy it. I can play it 1,000 times and I won't get bored of it. Also, it has good music. I like the music. What's the... I can't... Utada Hikaru. That's the singer who does the intro and outro for Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2. And she sings it. She's Japanese, obviously, but she's American, really. But she sings it in Japanese and English or whatever, obviously. And both intros sound just as good, either in Japanese or in English. But I kind of shed a tear at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 because I was kind of upset that, Zora, spoiler alert, spoiler, when Zora was trying to get to Kairi and he finally gets to Kairi and they have to separate again. And they don't meet up until the end of Kingdom Hearts 2. I have not played Dream Drop Distance. I have not played any of the in-between games. I have not played any of them, but I wish I did a little bit. But hopefully when I get the HD remake, and it should have the in-between games on there, it'll have them so I have the opportunity to play. So I can get the story a little bit better, Because I feel like there's a lot of situations in Kingdom Hearts 2 that I did not understand because I missed out on the in-between games. So, and I do want to play Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, I think it was called. I want to play that, but I'm going to have to get ahead and play the in-betweeners. But that's my number 1.